Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. If you are a big Dodgers fan, we've got Dodger news for you that just broke literally 1 minute ago. 1 minute ago. The Dodgers are going to play in the Wildcard Series. The Phillies have just clinched second place in the National League, so they're going to have a bye week. And the LA Dodgers will be playing in the wild card. Tim Cates will be coming on at 6:30 to explain how that happened and who they might be playing. But I think it's great that they're in the wild card, because when the Dodgers take a week off and they come back, they don't have their rhythm. They don't have the hitters, when they come back after a week off, their rhythm is off. And it's nearly impossible to get it back that quickly after you take a week off. I know you get rest, but you want to be consistent and continue to play. When you take a week off, coming back in Major League Baseball is very difficult. Very difficult. So they're going to be playing in the wild card at 6:30. We'll have more information, but that is official news, official Dodger news, because we share a floor with the Dodger station. Next door is AM 570, home of Petros and Money, and Fred Rogan is over there, Rodney and Rogan, and Tim Cates, and Colin, and all the guys that support that station. They're literally next door. We share a wall. And Ronnie is over there as well. The wall that's east of this studio, that's the east wall of the studio I'm in right now, is the west wall of their studio. So if I punched a hole in that wall big enough for me to crawl through, I would be in the Dodgers studio. That's how close it is, which is astonishing that some of the guys who work on this show don't know anything about the Dodgers. And we've had a couple of guys roll through here in the past who were very limited in what they knew about the Dodgers. And they shared workspace with them every day. Like, I can't remember who it was, whether it was Richie or somebody else who works on the show, that when Vin Scully died, they said, "Who's Vin Scully?" And I thought that was Richie. I think it may have been Richie, so, yeah. Richie is a great producer. He works here on KFI, and his desk is overlooking a 20-foot picture of Vin Scully that's been there for 10 years. And so every time he comes to his desk, he's typing on his computer, and then right behind his screen is a 20-foot picture of Vin Scully. And Vin Scully passed away. And it was a big story here. We're live on the air when it happened. And he said, "I'm embarrassed by this, but who's Vin Scully?" And I'm thinking, God almighty, the amount of media you have to ignore in life not to know who Vin Scully is tremendous. But to top it off, to share a wall with the Dodger station for the last 10 or 15 years and not know who Vin Scully is a tremendous feat. I mean, you got to give him that. To never ask who that is. There's a 20-foot picture, a mural of Vin Scully 5 feet from his desk. And he looked at it every day for 3 years and never asked about it. Not curious at all. So the Dodgers are going to be playing in the wild card game. And at 6:30, we'll have more information. Cates will come on and explain how that happened, whom they might be playing, the whole run. So keep it here for your Dodger information. All right, we've got something cool for everybody here. You know, in a town where everything is so aggressive and crazy, it's really cool. It's Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort. And KFI AM 640 wants to give you a chance to experience the frightful fun, plus the added excitement of Disneyland Resort's 70th celebration. A happiest Halloween has brought spooky thrills and chills to both Disney California Adventure Park and Disneyland Park. Now through October 31st. Offerings are subject to restrictions and change without notice. So keep listening for your chance to win a 4-pack of one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park from KFI AM 640. And I will give you a hint. We're going to give them away before October 3rd. So keep listening to the show, The Conway Show, and you might be the lucky one. Look, someone's going to win this. Might as well be you. Somebody listening right now, potentially, will get this 4-pack of one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. So keep listening to KFI. Again, big Dodger news. They're going to be playing in the wild card game. So they will continue once the season's over. They're going to finish in Seattle, and then the Wildcard Series will start a couple days later. And you'll hear all of those calls, all the plays, all the runs, the hits, the outs, the home runs on AM 570, the Dodgers station here in Los Angeles, KLAC.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Huntington Beach is thinking about toying with an idea of putting up a mural for Charie Kirk. Let's find out more where this is going to go. Any opposition to it? I'm sure there is. And how you can see it and when will it be finished. All those details coming up right now.
Beach City Council holding a special meeting today regarding a proposed mural for conservative activist Charie Kirk. The council unanimously approved exploring the project. An ad hoc committee will be formed to decide on the location and style of artwork. A mural, plaque, and monument were all discussed. They will then return to council for a final vote. The project is expected to be privately funded.
And I'm proud of each and every one of you guys for standing up and fighting this culture war. Because without fighting the culture war, that's the soul of our country.
There is a difference between not mourning the death of someone who was not a good human and celebrating the way in which they were murdered.
Councilmember Chad Williams introduced the motion, saying he wanted to honor Kirk for standing for free speech.
And we'll get more information tomorrow when Chief Parra comes on from Huntington Beach on where the location. It's in the infant stages here, but we'll get some more information tomorrow. You may have heard about this story earlier in the month. This was a guy who allegedly went in and wanted to steal stuff from his ex-roommate's house as a younger guy living with an older guy. And he walked in, and he used to live there. So the little tiny dog, it looks like a Chihuahua, maybe a Chiweenie, half Dachshund, half Chihuahua. And this dog has a diaper on. So the dog is either old or it has some problems with bowel movements. And the dog looked up at him like he recognized him, and his tail was wagging like he was excited to see him. And what'd the guy do? He kicked the dog and killed him. Killed the dog. Who raised this guy? When you go and rip off an apartment of an ex-roommate and you kill a dog wearing a diaper. What's going on with this guy? Here's some more information from Fox 11 News.
Remember this video here? This suspect, who police say burglarized a West Hollywood home and killed a dog, is now in custody. Deputies say 27-year-old Anmol Bhatia is being held without bail. They say he was the dog owner's roommate and friend, but they had a falling out. And Bhatia went into the elderly man's home, stole items, stomped and kicked his dog to death. Bhatia is now facing several charges, including burglary and animal cruelty.
We should all have an opportunity to kick him and see how he likes that. Killed the tiny dog. That dog probably weighed 8 or 9 pounds. Not well, wearing a diaper, and he could have just walked by the dog, stole the items, and he decided to kill the dog instead. So, a-hole of the year. He's certainly in the running of a-hole of the year. Coyotes in Playa Del Rey, we thought, just the San Fernando Valley was the home of the Coyotes. Nope, they're everywhere now. Playa Del Rey residents are addressing the concerns of coyotes in that area. Very, very nice area. Very wealthy people live there in Playa Del Rey, and they're afraid to walk their dogs around.
I thought we were going to see one ourselves tonight because almost everyone we stopped on the street had a story about seeing coyotes.
Yeah, they are wandering around here.
Lately in Playa Del Rey,
Yeah, they're out here.
it seems anyone who walks a dog has seen them.
We see them all the time. I see them almost every day I drive home. They're usually in packs of 3 or 4. Crozier, do you get coyotes out near you?
We do. We get a lot in the neighborhood, apparently.
Wow.
I talk to our neighbors all the time, and they say that they see them all the time. I've never seen them, but they say their cameras pick them up all the time.
Really?
In our neighborhood, yeah.
And they must come out of the hills, so they got to cross the freeway.
We're right on the other side of the freeway, and there's a crossing right near us as well, the freeway overpass. But, yeah, we see them all the time, apparently.
Would you favor putting up a coyote bridge in Claremont?
I think they have one already.
Yeah.
They just use ours.
Right. Yeah, that's it. All these mountain lions and coyotes, they already use the underpasses and overpasses anyway.
Yeah.
Now they got a special one out there. Bellio, you're in Irvine. Does Irvine allow coyotes?
Yes, they do.
They do. Do you see them?
I see quite a few, yeah.
Really? In
Yeah.
Irvine?
Yes.
Oh, that's got to scare the hell out of you.
It does. That's why we walk the dogs with a stick.
Oh, yes. Beat him with that stick, huh? I was, this is about a year ago. A woman was walking down our street with a stroller, pushing her little tiny baby. And I yelled to her, I said, hey, there's a coyote behind you. And she laughed and, waved and thought I was kidding. I said, no. I'm not kidding you. There's a coyote behind you. And she turned around and there was 2. There was one near the bush and there was one right behind her. And they were following her. They could have taken her baby.
We're pacing her.
Yeah.
They were looking at, yep.
And so she made herself big and yelled, and they didn't turn around and run.
Yeah.
They just stood there. And then I went over and saved the day. Thank you very much.
Look at you.
Thank you.
A few months ago, a woman was walking her little dog, and it had one of those harness leashes, and the coyote came out of the bush and took the dog out of the harness.
Wow.
Yeah.
And took it away?
Well, she was able to struggle it back, get the dog back, but the dog was like got injured quite a bit.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And your dogs are susceptible to these coyotes. They're tiny.
They're little, yeah.
How much do they weigh? What do your dogs weigh?
15 pounds.
Oh, they're each?
Yeah. Moose is 17, Maze is 15.
Yeah, I think our dog is 9 pounds.
Yeah,
so
little.
That's just like a taquito for the coyotes or a
So
fish stick.
coyotes don't bother you, like as far as you're not like afraid of them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Jen and I go walking at night when I get home, and we've recently had a couple people that walk by us and they say, "Hey, be careful! There's a coyote over there." I go after it. I go wherever I think it is, and Jen's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I am not afraid of coyotes."
No. They don't attack, big human beings.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, they generally they run from me. I've never had an issue with them like standing up to me.
Yeah, they are afraid, and I chase them down with the car. Put the lights on, I honk and chase them out of the neighborhood. But they come back. I almost every day I drive home, I see them almost every single day. And there's signs all over my neighborhood. Beware of coyotes if you walk your dog, because they can take your dog and split, and that's the end.
I just saw the 134 going west the other day off the side of the freeway. One was killed.
On the
Car must have
freeway?
hit it, yeah.
Wow. Did you kill it?
No.
Would you?
I don't do that. No.
No?
No.
I don't know if I would or not. If a coyote ran in front of my car, I think I'd try to clip it.
No.
Just clip it. Just
no.
get just a little.
You would
Put him
not.
down.
You would not.
Look, I'm saving the neighborhood.
Yeah.
With these,
Hero.
and don't give me that crap. They were here first. I don't buy any of
That
that.
coyote was not
They
before
were.
him.
Yeah. Well, it's their neighborhood. They
before
were here
me.
first. No, I'm here now. They're gone. They knew the rules. They knew the boundaries. Mahalo with these coyotes.
They were here before us.
Yeah, right. Not in my neighborhood. I'm here now. I'm the captain of this neighborhood now.
Bugs crashing your PAX party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pet deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wonderside's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wonderside.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wonderside.com. Wonderside. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wonderside today.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
I think we're the first ones to break it on all of media here, thanks to Tim Cates, who's the official announcer for does play-by-play for UCLA, also does the Raiders, and you do
pregame for the Dodgers.
Clippers and pregame for the Dodgers. Yeah. Tim Cates, everybody. Nice to see you, buddy.
Ding dong, Tim Conway. How you doing?
So I heard it from you and Colin. Mm-hmm. The Dodgers are going to play in the warm-up game.
Yeah, the wild card round, which begins on Tuesday. Best of 3 series. All of them will most likely be at Dodger Stadium if the Dodgers clinch the NL West, which their magic number is 2.
Wait, they're going to play all 3 in one stadium?
All 3.
I don't like that.
If it potentially goes to 3 games, it's best 2 out of 3. All 3 in the wild card round are at the home team, and the Dodger will be the higher seed. Okay. The Phillies won tonight over the Marlins. So the Brewers and the Phillies are the top 2 teams in the National League. They get buys until the NLDS. The other 4 teams have to play in the wild card round. The Dodgers are in that mix.
But I would rather them be in the wild card because their timing was off 2 years ago. They almost lost.
Yes.
Because, when you're off for a week, it destroys your timing when you're hitting.
Well, right now, the bullpen is their problem, Tim.
Really?
The bullpen is really bad.
Really?
And so bad that Clayton Kershaw is now a part of the bullpen.
You know that the Dodger bullpen has given up 9 runs 5 times this year?
That's gross.
That's horrible.
That's awful.
Yeah.
And Kirby Yates, one of the bad relievers, just got placed on the injured list. They activated Roki Sasaki, the big jewel free agent signing that they made this past offseason.
Right.
He's been hurt since May with a right shoulder injury.
And
he's a starting pitcher, but they're so bad in the bullpen right now. Clayton Kershaw has volunteered to go to the bullpen.
Wow.
And Roki Sasaki, who is active tonight, will be available tonight out of the bullpen if needed.
I heard that things are getting so bad that Hershiser's going to the bullpen. Is that true?
Oral has got a couple innings left in him. Yes, absolutely.
The Bulldog.
The Bulldog.
I watched last night's game, and I thought Pages could have gone for that ball that turned into a double.
That's like the 3rd time since the All-Star break that Pages
and one of them
could have made a better effort.
One of them was with the no-hitter.
That's right. He had the no-hitter that
in Baltimore.
He could have gone up, and even if he doesn't make the catch, at least look like you're making an attempt to make the catch.
Right. I do that here. I look like I'm studying for the show.
How about the Dodgers going past 4 million fans at Dodger Stadium this year? Only 4 other teams have done that in the history of baseball.
Right. And those 4, I think the other teams played in like football stadiums where you could pack
big giant stadiums, the Sky Dome in Toronto. Yeah, absolutely.
The automatic balls and strikes starts next year.
That's a big deal in baseball. And for all those old school people thinking, I don't want a computer to decide balls and strikes.
Yeah.
It's not a complete computerized automated system. You still have the umpire. They're still calling balls and strikes. It's just a challenge system. You get 2 challenges. If you get it right, you get to keep the challenge, and you have up to 2 to use.
Won't they eventually go to every pitch will be computerized?
That's the thinking, but I like this. This is kind of like in the middle. Let's split the difference.
Yeah.
Let's use the umpires still, but let's use the challenge system. Have you seen it in spring training? They used it in the All-Star game as well. It takes 10 seconds.
Right.
You tap your helmet, and then you look up at the jumbo screen, and they have the like tennis. If it's in or out on the line, it's the same thing. The graphics there in 10 seconds.
But aren't the Dodgers and every other team going to have a guy watching a TV set to make sure they get that call right? Like
Well,
they're
it's
not
got to
gonna...
be instantaneous, so that's the problem.
Oh, it does.
If you challenge it, you have to immediately start tapping your head. Only the catcher, the hitter, or the pitcher can challenge. It's not like the bench can sit there and say, we challenge, and start waving their arms.
So if they challenge and they're right, do they keep it? They retain it. So they could challenge every pitch.
Absolutely.
As long as they're right.
Well, how about this? Let's think of a third inning, guy's up to bat. He doesn't like the call that was made against him.
Right.
You're the 8 hitter on the Dodgers. Are you using one of the challenges just because
Right.
you don't like the call on it?
Right.
I mean,
let me ask you about a rule they got to change. It'll probably be the Shohei Ohtani rule. If he pitches, can he stay in and be the DH, or can they move him to right field?
I think he loses his DH eligibility if he goes to the field. I'm not sure, but it's the Shohei rule as it is now. You stay in as the designated hitter even if you're done pitching.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So you can stay in and do that. How about this? Did you see this over the weekend? In Colorado, the Rockies and the Angels played a game. Mike Trout, who's been hurt a lot of his career,
400th home run.
Hit his 400th home run.
Right, yeah.
After the game, the fan who caught the ball said, well, what do you want? We'll sign bats. I want to play catch with you.
Oh, is that right?
The fan says, I want to play catch with you, Mike Trout.
Oh, that's great.
And Mike Trout, being the stand-up guy, the wife and the 2 kids were with him. Ended up signing batting gloves and a couple of bats and some balls and gave them to the family. Great.
And played catch with him?
But he played catch with Mike Trout.
Awesome.
The fan and Mike Trout got to go on the third base line after the game was over. The grounds crew's cleaning up.
That's great.
Mike Trout didn't use a glove. He was barehanded playing catch. The guy had a glove.
Right.
Now, if you're the guy, are you throwing it as hard as you can at Mike Trout?
No.
Or are you lobbing it?
Was it an Angels fan?
I don't think so. I think he's just a baseball guy. He didn't have a Rockies jersey or anything like that. He was just like a baseball guy there.
And he gave him back his 400th home run ball.
He gave him back the home run ball.
And, that's cool because that's going to be something he'll keep forever, too. Yeah.
I mean, he got his memorabilia, which is great. But he got to say, and he had it video because all the reporters there filmed it, and it's everywhere right now. He got to play catch with Mike Trout. That's pretty cool.
How do they know that's the right ball? Those stamped, those balls?
I think in that case it is. Every time he came up, they have the baseballs,
Oh, they do? They're marked?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, man.
I mean, think about, like, if you catch somebody who's like, I want Kershaw to throw to me. I want him to throw me a couple of pitches. I want to take BP off of Clayton Kershaw.
Well, you remember last year, I think it was in Cincinnati, where this kid hit his first home run for the Reds, and Mookie Wilson went to the stands and said, hey, can I have that ball? And then gave the kid a signed bat for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that baseball is unique in that way, where the fans have a relationship with the players that I think is better than all the other sports.
Well, then you get the other side of it, right or wrong. The guy, the family, the kid who caught the Freddie Freeman Grand Slam in Game 1 of the World Series, and it goes up for auction. I mean, I can see both sides of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's so cool. You get to play catch with Mike Trout.
That's great.
You'll never forget that.
All right, so the bullpen is the only missing piece right now.
It is a huge missing piece.
Yeah,
it is a problem.
I was watching the game last night. My wife had to pick up something at Walmart, and she goes, let's go to Walmart. And I said, well, hold on. Dodgers are up 4-0 with 2 innings left, and let me make sure they win. She goes, they're going to win. They're up 4-0. Now, everybody knows the rest of that story.
Walmart, huh?
Yeah, Walmart.
Okay.
I like Walmart, the Empire Center. Do you get coyotes where you are up in Burbank?
All the time.
Yeah.
Nightly basis, they howl in unison.
I also heard there's a bear up there.
I think it's called B1.
In Burbank Hills.
And B1, you'd have to check me on this, Tim.
Okay.
Maybe the folks in the back could check me as well. But I think it's called B1 because it likes to go swimming when it's hot in Burbank, and it gets hot in the valley still. It was in the 90s again today. B1, I believe. It's a tagged bear.
Who are the Dodgers going to play? We don't know yet.
It'll either be Cincinnati, Arizona, or the New York Mets, who are all within a game of each other with now 4 or 5 games to go.
The Giants are out.
Giants are officially out.
That's great.
So good. So good.
Padres are still in.
Padres have clinched the playoff spot, most likely a wild card round, which it will be a wild
And
card
I noticed in the American League East or Central, that
the Central, Cleveland and Detroit.
Cleveland has eclipsed Detroit.
Cleveland's winning right now, by the way.
Wow.
And if they hang on and win, it's 3-1 like in the 8th inning. They'll have been 15 and a half games back in August. Come all the way back, tied it, and now they'll be 1 game up with 4 to play.
God, that's incredible. What a great story.
It's a Disney movie. In a few years, you'll be taking your grandkids to go see the story of the 2025 Cleveland Guardians.
That's got to be the biggest comeback in modern baseball.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
15 and a half back post All-Star break and win the division.
They were done.
Unreal.
They were the fans in Cleveland were writing that team off of the All-Star break.
What do you think the odds were at that point for them to win the division?
Or to win the World Series. If they go on to win the World Series, 35-1. Easily.
I'd say
more than that.
Yeah.
Probably 50, 80-1.
Yeah.
Buddy, appreciate coming in. Dodgers tonight.
Yes, the game is underway right now.
In Arizona?
In Arizona.
For one more, or tomorrow's
a day game. And then it's off to Seattle for 3 games.
Odd that they end up in Seattle. I'd like to see a game in Seattle, though.
I don't like this interleague stuff.
All right, thanks, Ma.
Thanks, Conway.
Tim Cates, everybody, live on KLAC. He's on all the time. He produces Petros and Money, and he also does Dodger pregame and postgame over there at AM 5.
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondersight comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wonderside's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wonderside.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wonderside.com. Wonderside. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wonderside today.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
I got a text here from a buddy of mine, Chip Yost. He's with KTLA. He says, "Are you off today? iHeart is not working. KFI iHeart app is streaming some generic newscast." Wow. And then the second text. Wow. Literally after I sent that, hit sent on that message, it switched back from generic newscast to you. You've got some pull, man. So we're back on. I don't know what that was, but it was a temporary glitch, and we are back on. All right. EVs, electric vehicles. They are going to try to sell them all in the next week or so. Tell you why. Because you're going to get a sweet deal if you buy real quick.
In some cases, you can see lease rates at $100 a month or even far less than that, as dealers are really looking to move as many EVs off their lots as possible before the end of the month, even if that means they're losing money.
It's a race against the calendar at Emick Volkswagen in Denver, a sprint to move as many electric vehicles off the lot before the $7,500 federal tax credit expires at the end of the month. To do it, the dealer has been offering lease rates as low as $40 a month.
Can you believe that? $40 a month for an EV.
I'm getting an electric vehicle now. It's because of this tax credit.
Stephen Hines says he'll save about $400 each month over his last car payment.
Just knowing that this was the last month, I feel like I'm really squeaking in and being able to get one.
Yeah, you got to get one before the end of the month. You got a week or about a week and a half or so here. What's the date today? Let's see here. It's the 24th. So you've got until next Tuesday to get yourself an EV.
While automakers bet big on EVs, electric vehicles now make up only about 7% of new car sales, fueled by federal and local incentives in states like Colorado, in addition to the steep discounting happening this month at dealerships nationwide.
And it's all going away in a week.
I mean, this deal is absurd, and it's never going to happen again.
The question now, what will the phasing out of federal tax credits mean for EV sales come October?
Slower? Is that right?
And that's going to have a big effect on sales.
Yeah.
Economist Patrick Anderson closely follows the auto industry.
Do you expect EV sales to fall off a cliff October 1?
They can't fall off a cliff because they're not very high. Okay, so they're going to fall off a small hill because that's as high as they got.
Already this year, automakers have slowed their production of EVs, pivoting to more popular gas and hybrid vehicles.
We'll sell more EVs in 2026 in the United States than we're going to sell this year. Is it growing as fast as maybe what we thought it would a couple of years ago? No, it's a flatter kind of curve.
Tim Hovick owns Santan Ford outside Phoenix, one of Ford's biggest sellers of EVs nationally.
September of 25 could end up being the single biggest EV month in history.
Did you hear that? Listen carefully.
September of 25 could end up being the single biggest EV month in history.
Get out there and get those EVs.
Followed by October, which could be one of the worst EV months.
Now, don't say that out loud.
Yeah,
We're not
that.
looking that direction.
But that's the concern, right?
It is the concern. It could be challenging.
And that concern is because about half of people who bought EVs last year did it because of the incentives on the vehicle they purchased. Why is this ending now? Well, it's because of the tax bill the president signed back in July, set a September 30 deadline.
Yeah, so September 30th is the deadline. You got to go out this week and get yourself, or maybe this weekend, and get yourself an EV. I was out at Tim Moran, a friend of mine who owns that Ford dealership out there in Hemet. He's got a bunch of those EVs. I saw some here locally here in North Hollywood as well. So go in there and work the deal and save your $7,500 off. You get a tax credit of $7,500. I don't know how you qualify for it. I don't know who qualifies, but it's a big deal. So you've got to do it before Tuesday of next week. That is the end of the big deal. Tuesday of next week. All right, Mo Kelly, his whole crew, next, right here on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.